All right, so let's move on to the next. I mean, we could probably wax poetic about bagels all day, but let's go ahead.
All day.
And I think I've said wax poetic now 3 times in the show. A shock is headed for the housing market.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait till we get into this one, Ray. It's crazy.
Crazy. This is from Fortune magazine and was brought to us by, did Shawnee bring that? Yeah. No, Shawnee brought us the other one. Oh man. I didn't take notes yesterday on who mentioned this one, but Cindy mentioned this one. So Cindy said, at the height of the pandemic, more than 7.2 million homeowners were in the mortgage forbearance program, which allowed some borrowers to pause their payments. One of the fastest recoveries in history happened, which Logan Matashami also quotes in his article that we'll get to later. Biden-Harris administration has made it clear that it has no plans for another extension of the mortgage forbearance program, which is set to lapse September 30th. Borrowers won't all get removed at once. Instead, they'll be phased out over a period of 7 months. For details, go here. Nevertheless, Fortune has previously reported this is a major shakeup headed towards the housing market. More than 80 million homeowners. 1.7 million might not sound a lot until you consider that there are over 600,000 homes right now on Realtor.com.
On Realtor.com.
Right. Is that?
It's not total homes available. It's on Realtor.com.
Well, listen to the next thing they say. In fact, this year's housing inventory hit a 40-year low.
Okay, it's getting worse. Okay.
Wait, so that means if you add 1.7 million houses to the 600,000 that are listed on Realtor.com, wouldn't that solve the inventory shortage? Okay, let's just keep reading. So even if a small percentage of the 1.7 million struggling borrowers opt to sell rather than returning to their monthly payments, it could cause a shock in the housing market.
It's bad.
But is the shock bad? Even before mortgage forbearance ends, the market's already starting to cool. After seeing housing inventory plummet over 50% between April 2020 and April 2021, it's moving up again. So again, like the whole article, and Dan, I kind of want you to tell us a little bit about what you read in this, but the whole article, it has these sensational phrases.
Yes.
And shortly right after the sensational phrase, it has the basically throwing the cold water on their own sensational phrase, but it's almost like the writer of the story, poor Lance Lambert. No, he did the chart. That was from Realtor.com. Lance Lambert did write this. It's almost like the writer of the article ignored his own cold water and just continued to talk about the shock wave and the shock and all the bad stuff that's going to happen to the housing market. Dan, is your take any different from that?
No, because he goes on in his own article. Ray already hit that. Even before the mortgage forbearance ends, the market is already starting to cool after seeing housing inventory plummet 50% between April 2020 and April 2021. It's moving up again. So then he covers that. And then he also says over the past year, the median home prices are up 17.2%, according to estate research, real estate. That's from CoreLogic. So if in fact you do have to go through foreclosure or forbearance ends and you cannot pay, the median home price, which median, not the average, the median home price is up 17.2%. Most likely you have built equity over the last year and a half while you haven't been paying. So even if you had to sell, which we covered on the show prep show yesterday, you would most likely you're sitting on inventory or on equity, which would then help relieve the inventory crisis, right? And he keeps going on to say, but don't expect the end. This is in the same article. After saying, boom, hiss, explosions, are all going to die. But don't expect the end of forbearance to sink the market. He certainly wrote this. A housing market crash is very unlikely. In the short term, a wave of demographics and years of, and I don't want to go into Logan's, but Logan's going to have a bunch on this in his article as well. Years of underbuilding will ensure industry insiders tell Fortune that demand outmatches supply. And then it keeps going on to say a foreclosure meltdown is also unlikely. The strong housing market means most of these struggling homeowners have positive home equity. And then it goes on. But it's just all these crazy incendiary words and headlines. And then he's like, no, but it's not going to happen.
It's almost like the shock is not necessarily a bad thing. It's like the shock that you'd use to restart a heart, right? That's a good
Yeah,
shock.
it's like, oh, well, hey, thanks, I'm alive. So
Yeah.
what was it last week when it was that article about Zillow's new what is it? They have a new patent, right?
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah,
this
the
is
20
gonna
20 patents that Zillow has that may change the way your website displays.
and it's gonna ruin everything real estate's there, or for real estate agents. They're gonna take over the world. And then you read and you're like, oh, you have a competing product. Because at the end it says,
Yeah.
if you want to do it differently, go here. And so
Yeah.
it
We were
was
developing
interesting.
this app. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had fun building up that story for everyone.
Yeah.
Doug Johnson says, typical shock news, right? That's right. What's up, dog?
Typical
Just
shock trooper. That's
Doug,
a
are you
Star
going to
Wars
be at the Tom Ferry thing? Oh, that's the other thing. If you guys are going to Tom Ferry, hit me up on the back channel on Instagram and let me know. We may do like a little Be More meetup or
Where is that? In
something like
Tejas?
Yeah. Dallas, Texas. October
Nice.
5th, 6th, and 7th. So let me know if you guys are going to be there. Maybe we'll go grab some bagels.
Yeah, Dan's bagels. I'll be selling my bagels here in California, but that's my birthday month, man. So I'll be celebrating birthday month. So y'all are gonna have to have one for me.
There you go. Pour bagel out for your homie.